Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is Hardware Despair. My name is Ryan, and we are playing Dwarf Fortress today. That's right, we're back at it. Episode number 3. Let's do it. All right, now we probably got a lot of stuff going on, so I am actually going to pause it. I think the next thing we probably need to work on, since we've got our office, actually we should probably go ahead and assign this office. So I can't remember the best way to do this is, I think what we want to do is go into the zone. Yeah, office right there. So we go into a zone. Let's start that again, go a little slower here. We've got the zone tabs here, pen and pasture. This is the same spot where we set up our pen and pasture and the dumping area. We're going to do an office. So click the area. Beautiful. Accept. And that's it. We can add a dwarf. Yeah, we need to add the dwarf. We'll add the expedition leader. I'll probably dig this out and just give it to the medical dwarf for now, but that should do it. So now we have a manager and an organizer. So I believe we can go into our workshop tab now. Work orders, and we can set up work orders can be added specifically for the shop. So what is this? The kitchen? Actually, let's start with the still. This is what I want. Oops, cancel. So let's go here. Let me see. Work orders. Now let's go to this, the clipboard. Brewed drink from plant. That's what I want. 10 out of 10. Let's go in here and adjust this. Make the activation of the work order depend on status of another work order. Add a condition to the work order that checks the amount of some item. That's change the frequency that the conditions are checked. I think this is what we want. Okay, so amount of items available is at least 0. I would like 50, I think. Maybe that's a little bit much, but I mean, we want a lot of drinks. Our dwarves need a lot of drinks. I'm not 100% sure if this is doing it, though. Type, material. It's okay. Yeah, change the material, the item being checked. See, we don't need to do that because we already went into the kitchen last episode. We went under labor here, and then we went in kitchen, and you can see we turned plump helmets off. So that's really what we need to worry about. But under the work orders, we'll see. We'll see if this works here. It says brew. Now it says 10 of 10. I must have messed it up. But no worries, we're still learning. I'm still learning this work orders. It's definitely different from the base game. I mean, these work orders were there and present, but you set them up differently, it seems to me. I have to learn that a little bit. We'll keep an eye on this too. And let's see if that work order pops up. Yeah, I might have to do a little research on work orders before we get those to work properly. But no worries. Whoops. Trying to zoom in here with my curve. Look, do you see the mushrooms popped up? And those guys immediately came and grabbed them. Oh my gosh, those farmers are on top of it. Okay, so this stockpile looks like it needs to be extended a little more. So let's click it. Yep, let's paint it. Beautiful, and let's accept it. Perfect. Now we can escape out of that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on my little program that shows the keys I'm using. Okay, well, I'm not really sure how helpful the buttons are down there, but maybe if you're rewatching this, you can pause it and kind of figure out what I'm doing. I'll just leave them on there for you guys, though. So we are going to go down a couple levels. Let's go to F5. Yeah, that's where I've got this built. Perfect. So they're actually digging this out now. What's that? Oh, hematite. Do you guys know what hematite ore turns into? That's iron, ore of iron right there. So that's one thing you'll kind of learn as you play Dwarf Fortress is the different ores and what they actually produce. So ore of iron. That's where I learned what electrum is too. If you don't know what electrum is, it's when they combine gold and silver into the same metal. It's called electrum. And I learned that from Dwarf Fortress. Isn't that wonderful? All right. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to set some priority mining. Let's go to a high priority for this room because we need this place to be dug out ASAP. We need a little barracks for these dwarves. I don't want them to get too upset with me because they're sleeping on the floors and stuff. So while he's digging, let's put a door in here. We want structure. We want doors and hatches. Door. Boom. Siltstone. So real quick, let's go back through that. I want to show this off. We go to doors and hatches, and I think I did the wrong thing. Doors and hatches and door. Now up here it says click the tile to place the door. Self-explanatory. Select the material after placement. use the closest material. Now these two I haven't played around with. I assume that's just for if you want your doors to be like all red color or whatever, you can do that. But this right here is the important option I wanted to show. Keep building after placement. So if you want to place like multiple beds, click this. And then you can place one and you'll place another one and another one. You don't have to go into the menu each time and constantly be searching for doors like that, because it is a little cumbersome to have to do that. So we are going to lay down some beds. I think we've got some made, so I'm going to check that. Yep, we've got at least 8 beds here. So I'm going to place all these. Come on, buddy. Oh, look, he immediately... I'm not sure what he did. Oh, he placed the bed. I thought he was coming down there to sleep in it for a second, but I was going to say there's no bed there, buddy. It's just a blueprint. All right, so we got a few beds. We definitely need to go down to the carpenter shop and make some more. Need a bed. Okay, so that's the last of the beds. Yeah, because we're going to need, well, this room is our barracks, but we also need a bunch of beds for the hospital. So, here we are at the workshop. Ah, yes, the bed. So, real quick, let's go back to this. Yeah, see, the work order, I don't think I set it right. Or maybe the manager just hasn't had time yet to get back to the office. Maybe we just need to leave it for a little while. All right, I'm just kind of checking up on that because I'm not sure I did it correctly. Okay, so luckily the bed is right at the top. I think they realized that beds are probably the thing you're going to be building the most. So I'm just going to do this the hard and boring and old-fashioned way. I'm going to click it a bunch of times. Let's see. We are going to go for some more doors. Good. Let's add... you can always use more tables and chairs, but right now I think what I'd kind of like is... Where are they? Cabinets, armor stand. I'm looking for a chest. Well, I'm not seeing it. I swear there were some. Maybe it's the... It's not the coffer, is it? I can't remember what a rock coffer is. That might be a chest, though. But if we go over to the wood one, we can see here, it just says straight up chest. Right here, yeah, make wooden chest. I'm surprised that's not an option over here on the rock. Huh. Coffin. We'll need some coffins eventually. Probably sooner than later. Huh. Well, I'm not seeing it. No worries. We'll try. We'll see what a coffer is. That might be it. That might be it. I'm going to make a few more tables because once we've got our offices set, we're going to want to set up like a little bar for them to drink their beer and stuff at. They like to have tables and chairs just like normal people do. So set up a few thrones, 2 thrones or chairs, obviously. Okay, there we go. Let's get out of that screen and we'll let things go. We'll see how things are going up top on the surface. What's going on up here? Ooh, now we need to lay our hatch cover, and I'm pretty sure that's been built already. So I'm going to go to doors and hatches, hatch, boom. Yep, we just got the one. Now what this will do is allow me to lock down the interior of the colony. So if we get like some uninvited guest or something we don't want, we can lock this hatch here, and nobody will go in and out, including enemies. Okay, well, speaking of the meeting hall and or the little drinking area I was talking about, that's what it's really technically going to be called, as a meeting hall. So I think I'm going to set it up on this level here. We're going to go out a little way. Remember, this is going to be the center of our colony. Essentially what I'm going to do eventually, and I'll just show this off here, is we're going to have a 3x3 stairwell right here. And this is going to be literally the center of the colony. It will go all the way down and it will go all the way up to the surface where we're at. And yeah, the whole thing is going to be right around that. Like I said in the first episode, a lot of people like to lay it all out on one level or 1 or 2 Z levels. I like to utilize as many Z levels as possible. And so that's what we're up to. Basically, it helps with like digging later on. You know, we can go down, down, down as far as we want. No big deal. All right, so let's open this up a little bit. I'm going to... Yeah, okay, that's good. Just a little particular here about the way I mine. And also, these probably shouldn't be set to a 1 here. It's not that important, but... so the meeting hall should be a decent size. Let's say probably roughly the same size as the hospital, if not a little bigger. We'll set the door here, and we'll put a door here too. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I'll end up putting more offices and stuff around here. Yeah, it'll look good. Now, we'll let that go. Let's see, where's our miners? Okay, they're still down here doing this. Good, good, good. Yeah, I want them to clean this out as soon as possible. They must be resting or something. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but we've got all the beds in place here now. Let's go back to our workshops real quick. So we've got our metalsmith forge. We got our mechanics workshop. Actually, I'm going to add a few mechanisms. I don't know. Did I do that? Oops. I don't want a traction bench. We actually will want a traction bench for the hospital eventually. Oh my gosh, look how full our stockpile is already. A lot of it's just these silly rock chunks, but yeah, I'm probably going to need to set up some more stockpiles. The best thing to do, honestly, is to come up here, and I might just set up a stockpile for like beverages right here, beverages and cheese, basically, so that they don't have to walk all the way downstairs to put away that stuff. So we'll do a stockpile here. I'm going to go into custom. Everything's turned off, so I'm going to go and select, food. How about, I don't really want food. I want beverages. Is that included, though? Drink, there it is. Drink plant. So all of those. Animal is basically just mead and I think milk, but it doesn't say milk. No, maybe I don't think they drink milk. Oh well. We do want cheese there, so we're putting drinks and cheese, and I think eggs too, since it's super close to the poultry and the hens and everything. So that little stockpile is just going to be eggs, eggs, drinks, and whatever else. You know what? Actually, I think there's one other thing I want to add to that. Seeds. Yeah, I want seeds there for sure. Since our farm is right across there, we'll put all our seeds in this stockpile. That'll make things a lot more efficient. And you can see our little ducks and birds. They look like they're living very happily down here. Hello, guys. All right. So let's start to think about the water supply for a hospital, because eventually, well, once they get this dug out, this is going to be the hospital right here. In fact, let's put a door on here. I think that's like one of the few things I have in abundance is doors. All right, door. Good. All right, cool. Now, so what I was thinking is this is the hospital. This right here is going to be the cistern where we draw water from, but we need to fill it up. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll let our miners get caught up a little bit. I really don't know what they're doing. Oh, he's in here. Okay, he's actually down here doing work orders and stuff. He's probably organizing. Yeah, you can see that the count is a lot more accurate now. We've got 111 drinks, 4 seeds, 15 meat. I'm relying on him to do a good job there. So I think this is, yeah, that's what he's working on. Takes him a while, and as you can see, he's not doing anything else while he does that. But let's see, where's our other miner? So the chief medical dwarf, where are you at, buddy? Oh, he's over here. He might be eating or just grabbing something to drink, I think. But yeah, everything's kind of just waiting for the miners to get going right now. But that's okay. That's okay. Not much to do here. Let's check this. Oh, look. So the work order looks like it is correct. 10 out of 10, though. I just don't like that number. Okay, it still says available is at least 50. Suggested conditions. I'm just not sure why when I go back out to the actual thing, it says brew 10 out of 10. There's got to be something I'm doing incorrectly, but at least it's coming up. So as long as we don't fall below, 0 or fall to 0 drinks, then that's the most important thing. Let's see here. Let's set up a work order then for milking and for plant making. And I don't really care. 10 out of 10, that's fine. So let's do, or not plant. Did I say plant making? What the hell's that? Cheese making. That's what I meant. So milking and cheesing. We'll see. Now, the next time the manager goes to his office, those tasks, yep, there they are. They should pop up. All right, cool, cool. And what do we got here? The kitchen. Let's add a work order for, well, we'll go easy. And you know what? I want to add a work order for rendering fat too. That reminds me, we really need to place a butcher station. I haven't done this yet, and it's kind of a mistake. Let's get a workshop. You know, I could put the butcher. I'm just thinking about this as I go. I think it's under farming. Yeah, butcher. There it is. I actually could put it right here. Oh, that's not a bad idea. So this room right here, in case you missed last episode, is just a dumping zone. You can't see it because the zones aren't active, but there it is. It's a dumping zone right here. So they're just going to throw their trash and refuse in here. But and the reason I separate it and put a door on it is because smelly things like corpses or old refuse will produce a gas called miasma, which you don't want to circulate through your colony. That'll give your dwarves a negative mood debuff if they smell that stuff. So keeping it locked and segregated in this little room here is important. The only thing I could do better is maybe move it farther away so it's not real close to the stairwell here, but I think we'll be okay. If I need to, I'll dig farther back and set the dumping zone a little bit farther away from the door here. But having the butcher is great. So what I'm going to do is we'll go to work order. We'll add butcher animal. So whenever we have an animal available, they'll butcher it. Now we do want some hunters. Unfortunately, none of the dwarves that I set up during embarkation are really suited for hunting. So yeah, we're just going to basically waiting for more dwarves to arrive, which will happen. They will eventually show up. All right. I was just checking out the cover here. There is a way to lock this. There it is. So I could lock this right now and say forbidden. Everybody who's outside right now is stuck, and everybody who's inside is perfect. Now that actually reminds me, one thing I need to do is set up a zone for if we have what I like to call it my panic zone. So if something attacks us, or if we just for whatever reason want to get all the dwarves indoors right away, we can just go, okay, go to the panic zone, everybody, and they'll all go inside basically. So that's one thing I need to figure out. Now I assume it's not under zoning though. Is it? Because these are all zones for like specific things. What I'm looking for is just a zone, like an area that I can segregate dwarves, you know, for specific reasons. So I know there's ways you can set up like patrols. Okay, here's high and low traffic areas, hauling routes, burrows. This is what we want right here. Okay, yeah, the burrow. It's not a zone. It's called a burrow. So a burrow is more just like burrows are work and living areas where citizens can be assigned. Exactly what we want. Workers will try to limit their tasks to the confines of the burrow, but they will sometimes choose paths, blah, blah, blah. All right, perfect. So let's add a new burrow. Click the area to paint the burrow. I'm going to go to the first level, and here's... Sorry, I'm still trying to zoom in and out with my mouse wheel. So here's what I'm going to do. Because we plan on expanding quite a bit, I'm going to make this the first burrow. And now I'm going to go down a Z level. I'm going to go down several Z levels. In fact, I'm going to go down like more than we actually have. So now every Z level is painted within this square here. And if I go back up to F2, oh, maybe it's not. Well, I thought it would cover all the Z levels, but it's not. Hold on a second. Click the player to paint the burrow. Let's try that again, but I think there's got to be a way to do multiple Z levels. So let me try that one more time. Well, I wasn't really able to figure out how to get multiple Z levels painted at the same time, so I just kind of went through each level and painted it myself. So, you know, if you've got 1 or 2 or 5 levels like I've got, it's not such a big deal. But if you've got like 50, it's going to suck. But most of the time, you're not setting burrows for your entire area. Burrows are really smaller areas for defense and things like this. But like I said, I just want this burrow to be underground. And I want it to encompass most of the base so that they can still kind of work and stuff. So we're going to accept it. Of course, we could come over here, change the colors, whatever. We'll accept it. I changed the name to Panic here. Now you can see nobody's assigned. That's how it should be. Let's see. What does this do? Toggle whether workshops can source material from outside the burrow. That's a no. Suspend this burrow. Assigned citizens will not respect the burrow. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about that yet. Remove the burrow permanently. So basically what we do when we're ready when I need to send everybody inside, I'll just come to this burrow and click all these people, and they will rush to the painted areas, which essentially for our purposes is all underground. So that's a pretty important little step too, is setting up those burrows, especially just have a general panic burrow, in case something bad happens. All right, so we got these little rodents everywhere. I'm going to need cats on every floor just about. It seems like no matter where you put your stockpile, that's where the little flies and stuff appear, even if there's no food there. All right, so there's level 2. Yep, looks like they're working. You can see them. All right, how's our beds come? Let's get some more beds. Always need more beds, because eventually we're going to get more dwarves joining us, and I will make like their own little bedrooms for each one. What's going on? Why is it not... Wait, do I have a work order set? Oh, it's unpaused. Wait, was he just going around building those as quickly as I was setting them? Well, that was kind of weird. I guess the dwarf is just super fast. All right, that's good enough. As enormous corkscrew. What else? We're going to need some other stuff. Oh, animal traps are good, actually. We'll probably make those out of wood, though, or metal, even better. Oh, so I wanted to show you guys this. I'm laying out some areas here for more workshops. Actually, this is going to be for our wood burning stuff. So once we're going to need charcoal to get our metal crafting up and running. So what I want to do is open this up, but I was coming up here to lay a couple extra workshops, and the ashery, for instance, this is one we'll need for making soap and for fertilizing our farm fields here. So when you come up here and you go to click it, look, it says needs empty barrel. Make a workshop first, no access to empty barrel. So there are some workshops, not a lot, but there's a couple. And there's definitely another one that takes a bucket, but I don't remember which one that is right off the top of my head. But there are some that have requirements, so you won't be able to lay that until you get some buckets ready. But like I said, it's not every single one that's like that, just a few. I think the soap maker might be one. No, he doesn't need a bucket. Interesting, though. But yeah, so this is going to be for our wood burners. We're going to make some charcoal and stuff, and we're going to start getting this hematite ore that we've got. We're going to start smelting that into iron for sure. That's a big step, is getting your ironing up, or whatever metal you have up and running. All right, so I see these beds are ready. Let's place a few more beds here. I'm going to unpause it so the dwarves can kind of work as we go. Oh yeah, we got a ton of beds. Oh, wrong one. We got a ton of beds now, don't we? Furniture, bed. I really got to start learning these hotkeys, but it's no big deal. I mean, I don't mind using the mouse. It does make, right now at least, it's not such a big deal, but eventually when you get like a huge colony, it can be kind of tedious to have to do all this stuff by hand. All right, so that's good. That's perfect. Just for a quick little barracks, that's going to work. Now, what we need to do is go ahead and set a zone here. Your dwarves won't necessarily know what to do with these rooms until you zone them. So we've got a dormitory. Bedroom, not quite what we're looking for. We're looking for dormitory. Should include multiple beds and will not belong to a particular citizen. Exactly what we want. It's a little bit too big. All right, let's go back to the zone. Dormitory. Yeah, even little bedrooms. Even if you just set a little bedroom with like one bed, and a chest, they won't know what to do with that room. So you need to label it as a bedroom. All right, there we go. Good to go. Now they'll come in here to sleep. And let's see, 4 by 4, so that's 16 total. That's more beds than we need. We only have 7 pops. This will become our whole dormitory room, or floor, I should say. So we'll set up little rooms down here individually. And as I mentioned, I'll probably convert these bigger ones into like churches, or where they go to do their religious worship, the temples and stuff. Also, we'll probably want like a bar or a pub down here too at the floor level, or at the bedroom level, I should say. All right, so let's go. There they are. Adding their beds here. Let's go to F3. No, F4. Yeah. All right. So I really want them to get this hospital done. I'm going to have them prioritize this dig. Yeah, I got that one set to a 6. That's not quite right. All right, go on, guys. So once that's done, let's put a couple doors in here while they're working. I'm going to make this is going to be their meeting hall. And we can probably also place some tables and chairs in here. So let's do that. No, not doors and hatches. Furniture. Chair, table. Perfect. What do we got here? We'll put, we got 4 tables. We're going to need more of those. We are going to need some more. That's good enough. It's not perfectly centered, but oh well. All right, now let's do some chairs. Beautiful. How many do we got of these? 9? Okay. Okay. Boom. Can I just hit enter? No. Is there a hotkey for like the confirm here? I don't think there is. That kind of sucks. I'd like to be able to just enter here, but I can't. Oh, and I can't put that there because there's a rock there. You got to be kidding me. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can place it there. Oh, okay. I thought it wouldn't let me at first. Now, I guess I'd already placed the chair there. My bad. All right, I see what's going on. We're good. We're good. Okay, so they're going to clear this out. We'll add more tables and chairs. Let me go down to my workshop real quick. We'll set up some more orders. Okay, well, I've got a whole bunch of wooden barrels set up here and a few chests. We'll need those. Always be thinking about wooden barrels. That's something you're probably going to need no matter what you're doing. And I got some rock tables and chairs set up so we can get... Yep, we'll get this all finished up. This will be our meeting hall. I guess I'll go ahead and zone it. That'll allow the dwarfs to come in here and just kind of hang out and stuff when they're not doing anything. So, dining hall. Citizens will eat at this. Now, there was another one. I think it said meeting hall. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the dining hall. No, here it is, meeting area. This is an important zone where your citizens will gather, socialize. Crucially, this meeting area is where locations such as taverns, temples, hospitals, and the like are established. So here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to set a double zone here. So this is going to be meeting, except that's a meeting hall, and it's also a dining hall. You should be able to set multiple zones on top of each other like that. Overlapping dining hall. That's fine. Click an existing zone. I think that'll work. I might need to, maybe I'll do like a meeting hall next door to this, but we'll test this. I think that'll work though. We're going to find out. All right. So now that this is done, let's start adding some beds, and I'm going to add a chest in here because this is our hospital. So we need a chest in here and a traction table, which I think they made, but we'll find out. Okay, so I'm filling up the hospital here, and I just wanted to show, yes, the siltstone coffer that we built earlier, that's a chest. So when it says coffer, when it's a rock, it's a coffer. When it's wood, it's a chest, but they are the same thing. So that's another little quirk of Dwarf Fortress you'll have to like kind of work out for yourself. Some items, although like a throne is a chair, they call it a throne, so you just kind of have to remember, a coffer is a stone chest. But anyway, so I didn't have enough beds to fill this up. I only have 2 left, so no worries. We're going to come back here. Is that B? Yeah, the hotkey for that is B. Great. Furniture is F. So if I just go BF, we can go right to this. All right, and I want a chest. We'll put that right by the door there for him. Now, let's see here. If I go BF, then where's our traction? There it is, traction bench. Do we have one of these? Yes, we do. Okay, perfect. So the traction bench, for anybody who's unfamiliar, this is what you would use to like convalesce after an injury or something like that and recuperate. So that's why it'll go in here. And I believe it just takes a table and a gear or a mechanism. So as long as you've got your a table set up and you've got whatever this is, the mechanics forge here making you some gears and stuff, these rock mechanisms, you'll need a few of them. You will. Those are going to be used for like lowering and raising bridges. Obviously the traction bench is one of those, but there's a few things you'll need the gears for. You don't need a ton of them, but oh, look, we've got some nest boxes chillins too. I forgot all about those. Okay, let me place my nest boxes here. Okay, guys. Well, it took me forever to find the nest box here. So I was thinking, oh, okay, it's a nest box. It's a piece of furniture. No, it's not listed here. You don't go into the furniture tab to find this. And then I was like, oh, okay, is it construction, doors, hatches? No, it's none of these things. So then I was thinking, wait a second, maybe it's under farming, because the farming tab does have a whole list of different workshops. And sure enough, there it is, nest box. So this is also where the hive is going to be, the cairn. This is going to be a little bit important later on. The vermin catcher shop, which is something I've never seen before. That might be new. I don't know. But let's add our nest boxes now. Now that I've finally found them, we've got 2, 4, 5 of them. Perfect. We're going to add these, and this will allow our chickens and ducks to start laying some eggs. And whether or not they get fertilized kind of depends on the animals themselves. We need a couple more. I'll do 2 more maybe. So let's go to the workshop. Oh, and remember, finding the nest box too was also a challenge. We'll cover this again just as a quick review here. So it's not in the carpenter shop. It's not in the stoneworker's shop. It's in the craft dwarf shop. You need to go to add new task, and it's not in the full list here. It's not in this. You need to come up to the top and determine if you want it made out of rock, wood, or bone. We're going to go with wood, and then boom, the nest box is right there at the bottom. So we'll do a couple of those. And yes, I do have to go into each menu each time. Well, the hospital's kind of moving along slowly here. We're just waiting on beds, and of course I set my carpenter. He doesn't have any. Why does he not have any beds? Are we out of wood or something? It might be that we're out of wood. Hold on, let me check these next. I set up an order for a bunch of nest boxes too. Are we out? No, we've got a ton of wood. Wait, did I lock this? No, it's open. It's passable. Huh, I'm not sure what's going on, why these dwarves aren't doing the beds. Look! The beds just dropped right off the workshop there. What the heck? I have no idea why that happened. Watch this. Okay, they're... what? Same thing's happening with the nest, with the work orders I put over here. Do the nest box there, and now it's gone. What the heck? Okay, these are working. I'm not sure what's happening. Did we lose a dwarf? No. We've still got all 7 dwarves. Let's see here. Why is our carpenter not working? Wait a second. Hold on. Look at that. It says carpenter making rock throne? What? What's our stoneworkers storing item in stockpile? I am super confused now. Why is the carpenter working at the stoneworker's workshop? That makes no sense whatsoever. And then I can't get him to make a bed? Seriously, straight up? Yeah, look, he goes right over to the rock workplace, and the beds just don't happen. Whoa. Okay, so there's something going on here. I'm not sure what it is. Let me fool around with it. Maybe it needs to take from a different stockpile? But I didn't change that, so add stockpile links for this. Intake. Select the stockpile to take from right there. Boom. I still don't think this is going to do it, but we'll try. What is the deal? Do we need to add a work order? I mean, I'll add it. Yeah, look, there it is. Okay. No, it just dropped off. What? Well, that makes no sense, guys. I don't understand what's going on with that. Okay, it looks like the right dwarf is at work now. This is one of those things where, you know, you get no job for the carpenter. That's a lie. Blacksmith has no job. Brewer has no job. Store item and bale. Okay, well, you got jobs now, buddy. You gonna do them? I should just put it on repeat and see what happens. Because the only way it should fall off if it's on repeat is if we don't have the actual items, you know? Oh, look. Of course, it falls off immediately. Something's happening here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Is it because we don't have the storage room? That can't be it, though. Repaint and accept. Now, I guess we can try it. Weird. And there they go. Okay, I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this might have been my problem. When I sent that burrow, I said toggle whether workshops can source materials from outside the burrow. And of course, wood is outside the burrow. I was thinking that would only be active when I had people assigned, but of course that's not the case. So I think that's what I did wrong, was I turned that off. So I should really only use that when we are actually in a panic situation. So let's go back down. Whoops. Yeah, let's go back down here. We'll add some beds. I bet you that's what it was. Because if there's no wood available, that's what's going to happen. These orders will just drop off. And since I said it can't source from outside the... Yep, there it goes. See? Yep, just a little user error. That's how it goes, man. There's so many options and so many different things you can change and turn on and off that little conflicts like that will arise. You just got to really be careful and remember and learn from your mistakes. If you can't figure it out, hey, just start a new colony. That's really what it's all about, is learning and starting new colonies. You're going to do at least a dozen, 2 dozen, 100 different colonies playing Dwarf Fortress, and maybe you'll have 10 of them ever reach, like the highest pinnacles. But it's fun. It's still an enjoyable game, even though overcoming those things actually does make it a little bit more enjoyable for me too. Those little tedious things that you're like, why isn't this working? Once you finally get it, you're like, yes, I'm a genius. Okay, so I probably want some more nest boxes too, since I screwed those up. Very good, very good. Well, I do feel more accomplished now that we got that figured out. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to set some work orders, though. I'm going to have to get a little practice doing the work orders for sure. Let's try and set that ashery down, too. I believe I've got the right buckets or barrels now for it, so let's try that. Let's try and set our ashery. No, still needs a barrel. Maybe that was one of the... you know what? I bet you I set those barrels to work before I figured out what was wrong. So I'm going to have to set some more barrels, too. Barrels might be a good thing for a work order, quite honestly. Because, I want 10 barrels no matter what. Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll set that up. We'll see if the manager comes in and pops that on. Yep, there it is. Let's go up and check our kitchen, too, and our brewery. Look at this. Perfect. So the work orders are functioning, although the kitchen, does it have one? Didn't I set one for the kitchen? Hold on. No, cancel removal. I don't want to remove it. Work order, there it is. Oh, okay, render fat. They must have ran out of food or something. Otherwise, those work orders wouldn't drop off like that. So one thing I can do is we'll come up here, and I think it's probably a good time to do a little foraging again. Yeah, we'll get them to collect up all this stuff here, or some of this stuff here if we can. There we go. Some of it's too young to forage just yet. Oh, well. Well, guys, we have reached the end of this episode today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and spending time here with me at my little dwarf fortress. I hope you've learned something, because I definitely have. Come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing this all over again, learning and exploring this wonderful game. If you enjoy the content, hit like and subscribe for me. I really appreciate that, guys, and I will see you on the next episode.